Hello, folks, and welcome back to Power to the People. Last time we went through and tackled where did we go? We went there, and we were very successful with the grace of where we were at. We were able to survive. So I want to try one more place. Let's go to Rio de Janeiro. Why not? We'll see what's going on there. We're going to go to Strategic, and it's going to wrap us up. Even though there's plenty more maps and lots of other things to do, it seems like it's a bunch more of the same kind of thing. So I'm not going to continue more, but last time we did learn how to use the underground power lines and substations and all that. I want to play with that a little bit more. I think we're going to have a chance in this one. So we have biofuel, so lower running costs for diesel generators. Cool. Gas stoves, so no power usage spikes. Awesome at dinner time. And then customers do have patience, and they do recover, my goodness, their satisfaction at twice the normal rate once power returns. Okay, so let's take a look. We just have this town to start off with, and we have this bad boy which needs power, the Cristo, the Redeemer. So let's go ahead and take a look here. We have $200,000. Like, I would love to build something other than what I normally build, but I don't think we're going to. I think we're just going to go with one of these bad boys, and we'll stick it like way over here. And the main reason I'm trying to try something a little different here, let's see, that one just requires, I'm hoping that just requires, oh no, that's a whole, why? Okay. Requires a little substation. And then we can run that into there, like so. And that's going to come over here and then smack into there. I completely lost my train of thought of what I was saying prior to that, but I just want to make sure that we have a chance to kind of go through. Rio should grow tremendously during our time in this, so I'm going to try to set it up a little bit more future-proof than what I've done in the past. And again, the main reason for that is just because it's going to be a thing that we're going to have to do here. So we'll do that one there. I can go over there and all the way over. Let me hit Z so I can see what the heck I'm doing again. Nope. I want to bulldoze. Bulldoze just that spot. All right. All right, all of that looks good. We need to get power lines over to that bad boy. That would probably be a really useful idea. All right, and then we do need some energy backup. We are almost out of cash, shockingly enough, but that's okay. It's not really super important that we have tons of cash reserves right now. We just need to have something. All right, so we got that. Going to get that. This guy is not backed up at all, but I don't think it's going to need to be. So you can see like this substation's barely getting used at all, but we have to have it. It's not an optional thing. All right, so we're going to put in double speed and see what we get here. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this game. There's a lot of interesting things. I feel like I don't have, oh, hold on. I feel like I don't have a mastery of this game at all yet. And I really do want to approach this in a different way. Maybe come back to it at some point down the road and just see what all I can do to make myself better at this game, because we've seen that like I've not reached any of the scoring goals or anything like that. Like that has not happened at all. So I'd like to see if I could kind of come back in and actually be strong on those things, but who knows. We're gonna keep going through here and just unlocking as much stuff as we can as quickly as we can, even though I skipped the first day, my bad. But you can see the first few days here, nothing real big deal, nothing to be worried about in the slightest. So this guy's going to continue down here and we'll feed that. And again, we're going next. We have another city coming in 4 days time. I'm hoping that they set up like somewhere over here. It's not going to. It's going to be something dumb where we are not making enough money to do much with it anyway. So we'll figure it out. All right. Plot, they're planning to convert an office space. Okay. I don't care about that. You can see our energy sold. I suppose people who are really like winning and doing like all the things in this game are just building power plants like ad nauseum to try to win. It's just not how I either know how to play or will play, because it doesn't make any sense, and I need it to be a little logical to do some of the basic things here. All right, I don't want these, I don't want that, I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's just let some money build up, I guess. I could do the storage thing, but I don't want to do that. Do we know where the city's at? Oh wow, it's really far away. It's unfortunate. Okay. Each one of these costs 500 bucks. So I could put that way out there. We do need to borrow some money. Borrow 50 grand. I'm going to build the large scale one, not because that's the one I want to build, but it's the one we can afford right now. I probably could have put on a much cheaper one, but I didn't. So that's going to go there. Next. We should still make a profit, I think. Even though we took out a loan, I think we're going to make a profit. You see, there is a visible dip when the gas stove things. Oh, we still do make a profit, just barely, but we make one. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and city acquired. All right, so we're gonna have to borrow some more money. Not a lot though. So that's gonna come up there like so. And typically the secondary cities, we can do enough. Keep them rolling. But like without having to do any major upgrades. Like this station, we might have to put another one on, but it's probably going to be fine for what we need to do. And also we don't need to, like I want to run another line out here so that we can kind of future-proof stuff, but we don't necessarily need to do that. We are in the negative right now, which is a bit of a problem, but I think we'll be out of that after today. We'll see what happens. Everybody still loves us. There we go. See, we're out of it. Nobody needs to get worried. We're going to be okay. We're going to go with the storage thing and then ad campaigns. Sure. We have to wait for the energy efficiency stuff coming as another city's coming, but that's going to be another 12 days. And this bad boy's going down for maintenance, which kind of sucks. All right, so I'm going to put that there. And we do have a new building that does not have power. And it's just going to exist right there. Okay. We're going to... Nope, I don't want to upgrade. I want to perform that maintenance now. While we're in our overnight hours when we're getting close to our lowest numbers. There we go. We're back online. And I don't think anybody is the wiser because it happened at midnight. So who cares? We're slowly making our money back. It's going to take a little time, but we are slowly getting there. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. Okay. And just real quick, taking a look here. If I want to repay that, it's $8,000. So I could repay that one. We'll do that. And this one's still... We need to repay more, but we're not there yet. Okay. You see, we're not maxing this thing out by any means, and we still have an upgrade that we can spend and really rock it home if we want to. Town 3 is still 9 days away. We're doing just fine as is right now, other than this guy's starting to get a little full himself, so we're going to upgrade that for 10 grand. That's going to bring it up to 100 as our capacity. Throw that on there. All right. Happy with where we're at. I should just upgrade this. We go. We went from 100 to 157. Who's not getting power? Of course. Why would we build on the roads? then we have you who is not getting what you need, so feed you off that line. Although this is going to already be a problem. We're probably going to have to put another power plant somewhere out here, or maybe out here, and then a substation and all that stuff is going to go over here. And that, in theory, if we put a switching station, could feed both of those with enough power. I need to see, like, so our gas fired ones. Oh yeah, we're fine. We can throw that in there, no problem. Get another substation. I'm actually going to put that in place now. We have the money for it, and I don't want to. See, the problem is just, I can't do that yet. It's going to happen, but it just needs to chill for a sec. All right, everybody else has their stuff. We have this guy. I'm waiting on this because I want to be able to go 1, 2, 3, and that should be what we need to do for that. We do have a new city coming in 6 days. And I can upgrade this again if I wanted to. It's going to bring it up to 179. That's not worth it, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I think we're okay. Okay, get out of that. Get out of there. Yeah, I think we're going to build that over here anyway. Okay. That gives me, I just like that we're going to be able to have that there with that guy, and then eventually we'll feed this over here. And even though we don't have underground stuff, we still have spaces, like this spot right there. Right there. That could be used for an underground spot that can feed a little area. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, is spaces that we can go in and do that. And just trying to lay out some infrastructure for farther down the road when we have the option of actually doing that. All right, so like this guy's probably losing happiness because he's too close to this thing, but there's nothing I can do about that. We already did upgrade this, right? Yeah, okay. That we can upgrade again. This one, I'm gonna take a moment and upgrade some of our little Ninty stuff. I do want to get energy storage solution out there for that city too. So $40,000 a day is just a lot. This is the one I like. It's $800 a day. It's 90 grand. We don't have the money for that right now, but we do need to get a storage solution on there for that sooner rather than later. We are starting to turn a profit, so that's good. This line here is getting awfully long and feeding an awfully lot of things. So we need to get our solution in there for that. Our problem is we have a city coming in 3 days and we don't know where it's at. And we're most definitely going to require a new power plant for it. This way we can repay this loan. Yes. All right. And then once we get that city in a few days, we'll be able to rock and roll with a whole bunch of stuff here. So let's just move through and see what we got. We are on day 19. We made $26,000 today. Oh, fantastic. It's actually not far away. So I can actually make the station, run a switching station off of this. Okay. We got ideas. And I just want to see one other thing. We can't afford it right now. Probably could take a loan out for it, but we could get a nuclear plant way out here. We're going to do it. We're going to do the nuclear plant. I really like nuclear energy. I think it's super cool and interesting. And yes, I saw Chernobyl, I know. But yeah, there's just some cool stuff that we can do with that. So we can do the switching station right there. I'm going to bulldoze those items and those items. We'll switch back over. It's going to go into there. You're going to feed into there. And then these guys are going to head out to our new city. We're going to put another switching station in there because I want to have the option of putting another spot there. So like if I wanted to have another one of our substations, I could do that. And then we can throw another substation over here, which I'm going to wait for a day because we need more money. And this... Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. What happened? We're not even supplying anything. All right, so I'm going to need to borrow some money real fast. All right, great. Throw in. Get a large scale one. Just because we can. We're going to start off with the most basic of this. We'll go back and fix this sooner rather than later. But that should all be good. And I gotta imagine this just got hit by lightning because there's no reason for that to fail. This has every reason in the world to want to fail. So we do need to start addressing some of these issues. So like this guy. We already upgraded that. Okay. Yeah, Rio keeps growing and it's going to be a bigger and bigger problem for us. The lightning thing is ridiculous. I'm actually going to go through and get the lightning arrestor, which means that, well, hold on. What does it do? Yeah, we don't want any lightning bolts. It already hit us. We don't want to do that. And we can still afford the 3 upgrades we were talking about before. No, we can't. We need 1 more. Okay. I'm okay with that. But if we don't have to worry about lightning anymore, that's obviously a much more desirable outcome. All right. So we made 11,000 that day. Fantastic. I would like to, if I can. This line was not a problem. This is our big problem one. So we're going to make an underground line right there. It's going to pop out of this area and go out. So this one's going to come over here. And come out of that. Bulldoze those. Take one out, one more loan. We're going to run quick and dangerous here. All right, so that's going to come over there and go right into that spot. All right. And then I can bulldoze that. So now this power plant is going to feed this line going all the way up through there, and then I can probably bulldoze there. And we'll see what that does. This line is hating life right now, and that's okay. We can fix that. But otherwise, it looked like we survived pretty nicely there. So these guys are going to get moved over. I'm going to bulldoze out those because then I can build some low voltage lines that come out like that. There's some more problems over here that we'll address like so. And you can get addressed there. Okay. We don't have a lot of money, but we do have some, and hopefully be able to gather up some more here as time goes on. I'm concerned about that last substation, or I should say the first substation. It's getting used up more, but we are also, it's okay. I think we're okay. This guy can repay. It's going to give us more money in our pocket each day. Oops. Okay, our efficiency score sucks. Our energy storage score is garbage, but it's okay. Are we just mad because this one's down? Yeah, I think this one's just down for the count right now. Okay. Important discovery. Okay. I need to figure that out too, because that's a dumb... It still needs to be defined. Okay. They're going to take out something like over here. I can see it, or something like dumb like over there. All right. But we're okay. We just need to introduce some storage options along our paths here. In order to do that, though, we need some cash. So hopefully we'll be able to breeze through the next couple days, pay back some loans, build out some things, and, you know, not get totally screwed over by what we're doing here. So this one we can repay. Now we still have this. We early repay, it's 83, but it saves us $12,000 a day. Yep, told you there'd be something dumb. Ugh, I'm so annoyed. Like, there's just an archaeological dig has zero bearing on what's happening with some of this stuff. Like, absolute zero. Doesn't matter one iota what's going on there. All right, then we just need to find any of the ones that are, like, this guy should have power. All right, we're good. Rescue that spot. I need to replace this. All right, we got 4 days on that one. So let's go ahead and bulldoze this. Let's go in and build a large scale one. And then we're also going to upgrade it. All right, everybody else has power. We're doing fine. This line continues to be a real concern. Oh, there we go. Knew it would be a problem. This one is also... Oh. Well, no. That shouldn't be as much of a problem. Okay. Trying to see where I can put in another underground line, or any underground line, which is probably gonna have to be there, is the most logical place to put it right now. No, 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 no. Let's put in another one here. We're going to do it in advance because we don't have that much time left. I think we'll be okay. All right, we got that. This one, there's no way this stands for much longer. There we go. All right. All of this looks good, I think. We have a new city coming very soon. We only have 2 hours left on this stupidness. So let's move through and get that going. And then I can bulldoze all of that stupidity. And we do have only just that one line feeding power there. This line is unfortunate that we don't really have... I can put something there. That's the only other spot I really have a choice on. And let's see if I move that out like that and go there. I bulldoze all of that. Okay. But then that gives me the option of putting this in to there. I can go underground there, come up, and then over. That's the plan. Let's see if that works out. Okay. I'm going to have to take a little loan for that, but we don't need too much. They're expensive, but they're not, like, beyond horrible. There we go. Okay. So now we have that part of that solved. We have another problem over here, but I think we'll be able to do something very similar where we can bring a line from here all the way up. and over to there. And then that one can go there, and we'll put an underground stuff. But we need to be able to go through the next day here, and we have some other problems we need to solve first. But we will get all of those done, no problem. Just a matter of time, really. All right, we don't have enough money to fix that one for this day. Cool, now we do. Put that there. All right, fantastic. And nobody else needs our help. Let's bulldoze that. Yeah, see, this is too long of a line. I don't like how long that is. We'll have to find a solution for that as well. I don't think it's going to be too big a deal, but we do need to get a solution for some of this stuff. Our transmission efficiency is the part that's just the saddest. It's terrible. All right, we do have the new city coming, so we need to deal with that as well. All right, we have all that. Where's our new city? Oh, thank God it's so close. Oh my gosh. Okay. What day are we on to? 30. Okay, so that means we have one more city coming our way, and then it'll be game over. We're going to put an advanced substation because I don't think we're going to need anything more than that. So that will go there. We'll use our switching friend to help us out with that. Research-wise, we can do some power-saving lights. Sure. Then we're going to go up to efficient appliances. What happened over here? Why are we down? Oh, it's just, we just had the power plant down. Okay, no worries. It's spooling back up. And we do need to upgrade that more. But that's a future us problem. It's still spooling up. And there's not much we can do about that right now. We can get this town supplied with power though. There we go. Our approval rating is going up. We still have the problem over here, so we're gonna have to build the underground parts. So we're gonna go there, and we're gonna build right there, and then we'll build our underground lines. Okay, I think we solved a lot of those problems. Let's see if I get rid of that. To me, that looks like it solved our problems. All right, now we have to deal with this area here. So I'm gonna have that come down and over like so. Throw that in there. What else do we have that's not powered? You, what do you want? All right. Everybody else is good. Our transmission stuff still sucks, but we can't do much about it right now. And a large part of that, honestly, is because we don't have storage. So I'd like to start going in and building some actual storage solutions to all of this. It's like this guy is my dream. It's $90,000 though, so maybe I'll just put flywheels on all of these circuits. With that guy, I don't really know. I just kind of want to see what it does. We're producing more than enough power, which is great. And I suppose maybe thinking back here, and get introspective time here. Maybe the reason why I haven't been able to sell a lot of power back and all that stuff is I've been really focused on green energy for the most part. I've been trying to use solar or wind turbines or at worst the diesel generators, which I know are terrible, but just smaller scale than what the bigger. Like I have not built a coal one at all. I have a nuclear power plant now, which is awesome. But maybe, just maybe, I've hobbled myself a bit more than I needed to by picking some of the choices I made here. Let's take a look and see how we're doing for this day. That line's not totally happy when it gets really going there, but now I should be able to build on my $90,000 cryogenic one. There we go. That's what I wanted. And now we have a real energy backup. See, our efficiency goes up a little bit, but not a ton. So we'll bulldoze that and that. So now we have those guys being served. This one, it's just a little touch of power. You need a little touch of power as well. Whoa, we're growing rapidly here. Not a huge fan of that. All right, but we have our last town coming in 7 days. We're at day 34. We're making money, which is something we tend to be pretty good at. Like, this game rewards you for doing some basic stuff. If you get the basic setup, like, you're gonna be all right. But it is nice to just have all of our bases covered here. So I'm gonna build a much bigger power plant or energy storage solution out here. Because we need it. And then when it fills up, and then we finally start losing some of our output there. Awesome. All right, and then we have some more research points that we can use. I don't know what we should use at this point. Gas and okay, we have a gas-fired plant, so maybe that will help us out. I don't know. We're going through with Rio. I mean, Rio is growing, has a soccer field. But beyond that, I mean, I think we're doing the work we need to do here. So get rid of... No, I can't get rid of that spot. Okay, what else do we have that's not powered? You. Okay, we'll get you powered. Financed. Okay. We're on day, what, 37. Okay. Let's move through here. I'm keeping an eye on this guy to see how much power we're using. We can also upgrade it, which we will do. Take a look here and go to the graphs. It's getting close to its max consistently, and that's going to be a problem for us. So we're going to need to fix that part of this one real fast. All right, we have all of that. If I could put another nuclear plant somewhere, I would do it, I think. So I can get another nuclear plant like out here. That's tempting. It's very tempting because I put a switching station down here and have it go to town. And theoretically run another one over there. Okay. How much do we need for that? Or hold on. We don't have any loans. Okay. That was my main concern, is we don't have any outstanding loans. And we can afford this. So let's smack that in there like so. And then we're just going to continue through the next day. We need some more money. And then we'll be able to do whatever it is we need to do. All right, we're up to 85% efficiency. Not that we're the most efficient game in town, but it's not terrible either. All right, let's move this faster. All right, now what I should be able to do is put a switching station, let's say, right there. Build another switching station and put it over there. So my plan is to run that into there and then this one over there like so. That should allow us to ramp up some of this stuff because I can run power into there as well. Then we just need to make sure we maintain all of our stuff. Let me get rid of that spot. Actually, I think I want to bring it in like that. Get that going there. And everybody has power. All right, so let's go over the info. We're going to announce a planned power cutoff. Planned cutoff from 6 to 12. Yeah, I'm going to do that because this one is going offline here in 48 hours. Once it hits 6 o'clock, we're going to knock this offline to do the maintenance. And I think that's going to work better. See the planned power cut? Okay. So let's next it. All right, so we have the planned power cut. We're going to perform the maintenance now. We know that all these places are going to be screaming that they don't have power, and that's totally fine. Does not affect us at all. Doesn't change our thought process or anything else. It's back online, and we're back to okay. That all looked and worked shockingly well. There are a couple places that need some more power. All right, and all of those are good. We have a new city coming up right there, which means we're going to be able to feed it off of this. So let's go through and get our advanced substation. We'll just throw it out there. And then we're going to throw this right into there. Okay. Got it going. Slow it down here a little bit. The game automatically switches speeds a lot of the time, and it throws me every time because I don't expect the game to do that kind of work. That's the kind of work I want to do. All right, so that's going to go over there like so. All right. We have all that going. I can upgrade this still more, so I'm going to do that. That one doesn't need to get upgraded. These guys can't get upgraded. How about you? Sure. And what I guess we're also trying to do right now is just increase our overall efficiency. So if we can spend some quick money on upgrading these things, it's not terribly expensive for us, and it does the work. And then, oh boy. So we're splitting out the lines there. That's fine. We're going to need another power source over there at some point here. Yeah, well, if you're not happy about being close to a nuclear power plant, maybe, just throwing this out there, maybe you shouldn't have built a house next to a nuclear power plant. Just offering a solution, or maybe some unbiased opinion on how stupid you are. So we're going to go in here. This guy needs some work as well. So I think what we're going to do is try to bring this out and around like that, so we can feed both those without any problem. I think we're good there. This guy, I could upgrade if I wanted to, correct? Sure, let's do that. How about you? Do you need an upgrade? You can get an upgrade too. All right, I think everybody has the upgrades they need. All right. And we're doing just fine. Our cities are growing by leaps and bounds. Like Rio here is just going to town, which is fine. I'm just trying to head off any potential problems before we finish up here, because we're at day 42. We don't have to worry about new cities, so any problems that arise now is just stuff that we need to deal with. But beyond that, I think we're in good shape. All right, we've already done that. This guy we could upgrade, right? All right, let's take a look at what we have that's unpowered here. All right, that's it. So let's move on to our next day. So if solar flares coming in only affects lines with high loads, does that mean that it's in the red or orange, or what does that mean exactly? Because that does influence what we're potentially doing here. Let's see. So I can do this, or do I go back here and do some of these guys? Like, I can do this, and then next time I can do that, which gives us more money, but I don't think we need more money. I actually want to do large scale storage. Mainly because then I'm able to save up a whole bunch of extra cash here. If we go and build this, now it's only 52,000. It's way cheaper. And you can see that I did miss a little spot there. So I think we should be able to limit, like, if we're filling up one of these things, which is clearly not like the most necessity thing, should work. And oh, is this the solar flare? Is that why it's going? Again, none of these lines were, in my opinion, considered high. So that one's good. That one's good. Oh, we got another break there. And this is going to maintain and continue to be a problem. There we go. Until it's not. All right, that was day 45. We have 5 days to go, folks. Let's hopefully not deal with any foolishness and just get it done. This area is getting a little warmer than I'd like. But I really like that we're making this much money per day. That's fantastic. All right, so this one's going to come... Guess we'll feed it off of this, but it's going to have to come out pretty far. You see, we never really approach any of that. We just have this area is rapidly growing. That's really the only concern we really have right now, is that we have just so much growth. On to the next day. Oh God. What happened? Oh, our switch got overloaded. Interesting. I don't think we've had that happen before. So that's not a line repair, so it doesn't really matter if that's going to be fast or not. And unfortunately, there's no way to upgrade this. So I wish there was a pause button real bad. Let's see if we can get another switching station and throw it out there. So what I should be able to do is take that and run it over there and then bulldoze, when I hit the right keys, these items. There we go. And that we can upgrade one more time. All right, that all looks fine to me so far. We are on day what? All right, so we have 2 days left to go through and finish this up. I think we'll be okay. I want to deal with this situation. I don't like how that's set up. So we're going to go Leave me alone. We're going to go in here. We're going to find an underground spot. Like that. Another underground spot. Like that. All right, that's good. Then we can go here, that to there, and then I want to bulldoze that. All right, and then this one is a problem as well. Can we upgrade this? Oh, thank God. So this one is a problem because it's serving way too many things. Oh yeah, we can see that, we flat out see that that's a problem. All right, so this is gonna go like so. So I want all of that to continue along there. And maybe this can just go, okay. Oh my. See, we need just a little bit more space to work. All right, those are good. All right, I know. We're gonna win this, but I just want to win it a little better here. So this guy, turn that off. And then we're going to build another one of those down here. Then we'll go from there to there. We'll come up above ground. Put that in place. Put that in place. And then I can bulldoze. See, I don't want to bulldoze that. We'll see what happens. I'm okay with where we're at right now. I think we'll make it through the day. Let's just see what else we have to deal with. All right, we're on day 49, right? All right. So hopefully we don't have to deal with any chaos here. I'm hoping this setup. Nope. What do we have? What's our other fire risk over here? Oh God. Oh God. There we go. All right, that should solve a good number of problems over there. We'll do this. Bring it up there, and we're gonna bulldoze that one. And we'll bulldoze that. And that should solve all those problems. You, as our last house that we're going to help here, have that. Oh, nope. We have one more house we're going to help. There we go. Of course, we're going to submit because we're not going to hide anything. We're going to see how good we did. We're in the bottom 36% of players. We did do it. We're top 7 just to make it all the way through, which is wild to me. And then we ranked in the bottom 7 of energy sold and at the bottom 7 of money invested. All right, folks. Well, that's going to wrap up this game. Let me know if you want to see more, but I think we get the point here, and it's a lot of fun. It's also a lot of challenge, and it's a lot of the same thing. So I will see you later, and we'll see what we check out next time. Thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.